Of majority, I can tell you there has never been any impeachment motion against the deputy president.
The deputy president and the deputy party leader of UDA, His Excellency Rigathi Gachagua, that he should not be deceived into letting down his guard regarding the issue of his impeachment.
But I want to say that there is no motion of impeachment against the deputy president of the Republic of Kenya that can fight itself on the floor of the House unless the President of the Republic of Kenya gives a nod.
Yes, how are you everyone? How was your day? During a public meeting, Kimani Ichung'wah has come out to deny an impeachment motion against Rigathi Gachagua. We all know that there is mischief against Rigathi Gachagua. Even a 10-year-old kid or a 1-day-old kid can see that. But when he came out to talk about this, today Kimani Ichung'wah has come out to deny that there is no impeachment motion. And I think that was as a result of the Deputy President Gachagua coming out to fight for himself. Now the tongues are changing. At first it was direct. Kimani Ichung'wah came out to tell RUTO that he should shed off the snake. And what he meant is that he should de-whip or impeach the Deputy President. You all heard that. So, if today Kimani Ichung'wah comes out to deny an impeachment motion, it is politics at play. And we all know that in politics, you don't take a word of a politician, you see his actions, because actions speak louder than words. So in this episode, I've come to talk about the comments which were made by Kimani Ichung'wah of denying that there is no impeachment motion. How true is it, but most importantly, the study materials we can learn from the politics of our nation. But before I do this, I want to let you know that if you are new to this channel, please subscribe. If geopolitics and economics is what you want, this will be definitely the right channel for you to subscribe to. So we all know that yesterday, the Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua came out to fight for himself. In fact, I thought it was too early. We would have waited for at least another month to see the unfolding. But I came to realize that it was the right time for him to come out and make the statements clear. Okay, because issues have been escalating. And of course, with the blessing of President William RUTO, which is unfortunate. Because William RUTO passed through the same things. In fact, the reason as to why William RUTO attracted a lot of support around Kenya, it was because he was seen as a weaker person, being persecuted by Uhuru Kenyatta. And this is what Rigathi Gachagua is passing through. As I've already told you that in politics, we look at actions. We don't look at words. Kimani Ichung'wah came out to deny an impeachment motion. Okay? And he said these statements.
Of majority, I can tell you there has never been any impeachment motion against the deputy president. That has been his creation, and those that he walks around with is a sympathy-seeking gimmick to try and incite people from the Mount Kenya region, and more so against members of parliament. But for the record, there has never been. I am yet to see one. I was last in parliament on Tuesday, the whole day. There was no impeachment motion. No member of parliament has ever proposed, even to collect signatures. So it's only the deputy president who has been speaking about his own impeachment. Probably he's calling for it. I do not know. He might be calling for it. Or he might be imagining that if it comes, he can incite one region of our country against parliament and against members of parliament, because that is a fear he has been trying to sell. And that is why I said I have put my chest forward to defend the rights of all members of parliament as their leader.
That is Kimani Ichung'wah. First of all, when you hear him speak, he spoke politically, saying that they picked Kindiki, okay, and that anyone is free to bring an impeachment motion. But there is no impeachment motion for Gachagua. Yet the actions speak otherwise. When a leader of a deputy president removed from our subgroup is abusing in front of the president, it shows you the intent of impeaching him. And Gachagua should not follow for this spray. We all remember, even the Secretary General of UDA, Cleophas Mala, when he was removed from office, he came out to warn Gachagua that anytime he's going to be impeached.
While at this, I wish to offer my voluntary advice to my good friend, the truthful man, the Deputy President and the Deputy Party Leader of UDA, His Excellency Rigathi Gachagua, that he should not be deceived into letting down his guard regarding the issue of his impeachment. I am putting it to him that the coup plotters are not yet done. Free advice. If he wants to go and sleep, let him go and sleep. But the coup plotters are just on sleep mode. They are yet to be activated.
Remember, that was the Secretary General, the engine of a party. So the majority leader coming out to say that there is no impeachment motion, or then the speech he didn't rule it out, it is just a political gimmick. It's like when in the lead up of 2022 general election, Uhuru Kenyatta used to tell Ruto that don't go for campaigns, I'll give you the baton. Those were words, but the actions showed that Uhuru Kenyatta was supporting Raila Amolo Odinga. In fact, had it not been Ruto going out so early, it would have been finished. And he knew that this is the same happening to Gachagua. And in fact, if these things continue in the next 2 months, I will support him to go out early to campaign for himself. Although it will be unfortunate for a person like Ruto to come out and do the exact things his boss did to his deputy. So the statement which were made by Kimani Ichung'wah cannot be taken in isolation. In fact, any impeachment motion to stand, most especially that of the deputy, it must have a green light from the presidency. There is no impeachment motion that can come for the deputy governor or for the presidency when he has not given it a green light. And even Gachagua knows this. In fact, he said this about that. He said this.
If that motion will ever find itself to the House, it will have to get the approval of President William Ruto. So it will be his motion because he'll have to approve it. So since we have not reached there, I don't want us to say anything about it. Okay. But that is the truth because we have a way we work. That is a very heavy matter. It is not a matter that can be taken to the floor of the House unless the President has given a nod.
And on that specific matter of alleged impeachment, have you spoken to the President about it?
I spoke to him once and he said he has not heard about it and he doesn't know about it, and according to him, he said it's foolish and nobody can try something like that because it can destabilize the country. That's what he told me in his own words. And thereafter, there was a meeting. He called members of parliament and the matter stepped down. The matter has come up again. I have not asked him again. When I get an opportunity, when he comes back, I'll raise the matter again with him. I'll say, Mr. President, a meeting was held here, this was said. A meeting was held here, this was said. What do you have to say about it? Mr. President, do you want us to destabilize this country? Are you part of it? Mm-hmm. What they are saying, the President will pronounce himself on the matter. But I want to say that there is no motion of impeachment against the Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya that can find itself on the floor of the House unless the President of the Republic of Kenya gives a nod. Okay. And again, even if it was to go there, nobody else has the capacity to push it through. It's only the President himself. There is nobody else who can. Getting 233 members of parliament, it's only him who can push it through.
So you clearly see that even Gachagua knows it, that a person responsible for that can be responsible for his impeachment must be the president himself. But why? Okay? Why? So Kimani Ichung'wah's statement cannot be taken lightly. It's just speaking politically, but the actual play is still on. Okay? Because even members of parliament from other regions are also echoing the same sentiments. And I know that when time comes for impeaching him, this impeachment motion won't even come from the UDA. It will come from the opposition. We all know that there is a working relation between UDA and ODM. It will come from the ODM and not in the regions of Central or Rift Valley, and it will be supported. The day we shall see members of parliament supporting this impeachment motion, just know it will be William Ruto behind. Because the deputy president is a helper of the president. You cannot impeach my helper when I still want him. You cannot abuse my helper in my presence when I still want him. So that is the blessing. Okay? But I know William Ruto as a wise person. And indeed, if he's still wise, he will come back to put his house in order. Okay? But if he's still not wise because he has the support of Raila, this will be the worst step to have been taken by William Ruto. Okay? Capturing the opposition from Raila and creating another opposition from one of the biggest voting basket, it will be a disaster. Not only to the Kenya Kwanza regime, but also to the government. Okay? So Kimani Ichungwa's statements cannot be believed. We believe actions. The actions are Rigathi Gachagua is being planned. Rigathi Gachagua's impeachment is being planned, and Gachagua should know this. In fact, instead of moving around Mountain Kenya, he should start moving outside Mountain Kenya. The reason as to why very many politicians never took off like Mudavadi. They normally hold rallies in their home areas. The reason as to why Ruto made it is because among the, if you use percentage, 70% of the rallies he held were held in Mountain Kenya, not even Rift Valley. This is what Gachagua should replicate. He should go outside in Western Kenya because there is a vacuum. Not even Rift Valley, because Rift Valley, when Ruto is around, it cannot vote for him. He should go to Western and Eastern, so that if things go wrong, that's where he would get his running mate. Of course, that's my opinion. Do me your comments by commenting about this. Thank you very much for listening in. If this is your first time on this YouTube channel, I employ you to subscribe, like, and comment so that I can be motivated to do more of such videos. See you on another one. Peace.